Hey everyone, so this is going to be my lowest quality video to date because I'm going to shoot this whole thing selfie style. I have no idea if the video part is going to translate, but I'm shooting around by myself and I don't have anybody to film me at the moment. So this video is going to be about the preparation for a tournament, about why you want to play holes early, and a little bit of strategy here as well. So I'm out here getting ready for the Idaho State Championships, and this is a pretty routine hole. It's effectively a wide open shot for a right-handed sidearm or left-handed backhand hyzer that dog legs to the right. Okay, so it's a pretty routine throw that you really should never get into trouble. This is not a difficult hole. It's a challenging birdie, but if played properly, this is not one that should really screw you up. But there is some strategy involved in it. So the first thing is, I'm out here early because when I came out to practice it the first time, I looked at the hole, and to get to the basket, it required a really tight line. I had to cut the trees really closely. I threw a shot, my first practice shot, and I thought I was around the trees perfectly fine, but I ended up clipping them. So coming out to a course early allows you to learn the distances and gauge your shots, because by my eye, I thought it was a certain distance, but it can be misleading. Sometimes it's easier to tell how far basket's away, but trees can be challenging, especially because there's trees behind other trees. So right off the bat, throwing the hole early gives you a gauge on exactly how far to throw. Again, these trees aren't in play once you get a feel for the distance. But there's more to it than that. So I'm going to walk around to the side of the hole, and hopefully you can see the basket. So there's the basket up there to the right. Now, the only way to effectively get close to the hole is to cut that sidearm, right-handed sidearm or left-handed backhand hyzer really tight to the trees. However, the basket is relatively blocked in. So all you're really hoping to do, it's only about a 300-foot hole, so if you can reach that with a hyzer, you can get to the basket. But really all you're hoping to do by cutting it tight is to hit the trees short of the basket, leaving yourself about a 30-foot putt. So if you cut the line tight, you can get to within 30 feet. If you're playing doubles all day, that's the shot you're doing. There is, however, trouble. If you cut too short, the woods off to the right are thick. And if you come up short, you're almost certainly going to get a bogey. So by cutting it close, you can get to about 30 feet away. However, if you come up short, you're looking at a 4. Now, there's a second option here, which is to play the hole a little bit wider. Playing it a little bit wider, the way it lays out, there's a little gap there, so you might still get to the same 30 feet, or you might clip a tree long and get to about 35 or 38 feet. So clearly playing wider on average is not going to get you to the hole or as close to the hole, which means you're going to make a percentage less putts. At the same time though, you're taking bogey out of play. Playing the wide shot, the more conservative shot here, if I play this 10 times, I'm going to get into trouble 0 times playing conservatively, and I'm going to have between a 30 and 40 foot putt 10 times. I'm going to make a decent percentage of those. If I play tight, I'm going to be 30 to 35 feet, which means I'll make slightly more putts. However, I'm also going to put the possibility of bogey into play. So doing a basic calculation, assuming that if I'm playing the line tight, I'm going to come up short 2 or 3 times, which is going to result in a bogey, versus the frequency I'm going to be making a putt, higher frequency for 30 feet versus 35 to 37 feet, I've determined that the conservative approach in the long run is going to average me. It's going to yield a better score in the long run. If you play the percentages for the better score on every single hole of every single round, mathematics, probabilities say you're going to score better. It's how casinos beat the players at the tables and the slot machines, right? Long-term probabilities in your favor yield better results overall. So I'm going to play this one conservative. I do lessons. I do private lessons by video for people all over the country. message me at discgolflesson@gmail.com, and that's lesson singular, and would love to talk to you about doing some lessons.